I'm just hoping that if, and they probably will, because they see all they see is money, and they're gonna try to milk it for every freaking thing they can get. If you do a sequel, at least make it as good as the first. Don't try anything too stupid. In short, just don't mess around with it too much.
Well, unfortunately,
Well, it's probably not going to happen. They're probably going to fiddle with everything under the sun.
Oh yeah. But I'm not as much afraid of it as because I have no real. I don't feel invested in the film at all. I think it's a very important film from the standpoint of it's the first time in watching a film that I completely lost myself in a CG character and forgot that they were CG. I mean, it occurred to me when Zoe Saldana's character is, and again, spoilers if you haven't seen it, but she's basically wailing over the body of her dead father. And I had a moment of kind of self-revelation where I was sitting there going, this is amazing. There is a 10-foot tall blue woman that she does not exist. And they have managed to create her as a character so much that I am emotionally invested in this creature as a character. And I'm feeling her pain at this point, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah, it's I'll say this. I only saw the movie once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's necessary for me to see it again. I'm fine with only seeing it once.
Right.
If people choose to see it again, that's their thing, not mine.
Okay.
It's it takes a lot for me to be so enthusiastic that I necessarily need to go forth with that journey again.
I know what you mean. I mean, especially these days with cinema being what it is and being as expensive as it is, it has to be a very special film to get you to go through that experience twice. And like I said, the only reason I went again is because Cosette hadn't seen it, and I wanted her to see it on the big screen. And I thought, oh, well, why don't we try IMAX? Why not?
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this: are you familiar with the Winter Games that has been going on?
I'm familiar that they are going on. Yes.
Well, I saw this rather bizarre yet intriguing event called curling.
Oh, yes.
And I just couldn't help but laugh at the ridiculousness of this. You basically have a man or a woman who's guiding a rock that looks like a tea kettle, and his other teammates are sweeping so that this thing can go into a circle. I just don't see how that is a sport, and how these people can be straight-faced and call themselves, yes, we are athletes. This is what we do. Our skill is sweeping.
Yeah, I don't know. It is very strange.
Yes.
But I mean, there have been so many weird sports out there, and I'm not a sports person myself. I don't follow really any sports really. So it's hard for me to criticize anybody's sport, because it's like, well, what about extreme ironing? That sounds awesome. I think we talked about that on another podcast. But so I mean, yeah, I don't know if they want to do that and they can manage to get themselves in the Olympics. More power to them. It doesn't bother me. I've heard a lot about it, and I really don't have any stake in curling myself.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm sure whoever supplies the stones is probably making money off of that. That would be hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Buy Olympic curling stones on eBay.
The thing is, like, it's so strange to me, and for whatever reason, I seem to be fascinated by this. It's a rather, I'm not sure how to describe it, but yes, it's the way it is. I just can't help but stare at it and be like, why and how is this here? You know.
Now, perhaps what's happening is the reason why it's so popular is because everyone has the same reaction as you.
Perhaps.
And everyone is simply transfixed and unable to fathom what is going on before them.
Yeah. That could be it. That could indeed be it. So, my friend, we are
Yes.
coming to an end. Is there anything interesting that you want to share with the audience?
Well, no, just we have new stuff going on needcoffee.com all the time that I've been doing since I was last on a Supercast. Like the new music podcast that we have there, and other strange things like the I don't remember if I had Way Homer reviews when I was on here last or not, but I've been doing those, and basically it's what happens when you give me a high def camera and just go come up with weird stuff to do. So, but yeah, that's what I've been spending my time on.